I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you how I feel.
I do want to know, so late nights when y'all lonely, do y'all have somebody that y'all can call, keep y'all company, or sexually? Do y'all have somebody that y'all can contact to come through on a late night when y'all lonely? Just even if it's just for company or if it's sexual.
I think anybody over 25 should have a cucumber in the house, but
explain that to me.
A cucumber. You don't know what a cucumber is?
Is it a dildo?
Whatever you like. But do I have someone I can call in the midnight hour? Probably no. Everything has to be prearranged. But I do have people I can call, one or two.
I'm gonna have to say no. Not sexually. I have friends that, will pull up or I can go over to their house, but not,
Is that friends with benefits or just friends?
No, just friends, like female friends.
A friend, there's really only one friend that I really hang out with in the gay community. That is one of my best friends, and if I wanted him over in the midnight, I'm sure he would be there. But sexually, yes, I do have one or two.
But you have neither, just females.
Just platonic friends.
Right. Okay, what about you?
I think that you in Atlanta, Georgia, you can have anybody come over at midnight because we are in a generation where everything is about sex and everything is sex driven. So I think that due to in Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't think it's just Atlanta. I think a lot of people put that on Atlanta, but I think it's majority everywhere right now because of the mentality of young people in our age, and everything is about sex. So of course, if I want to go on Instagram and I could post that I'm up, or I could post something and somebody DM, or if I want attention I could put a sexy picture up in underwear and then it go to eyes and people DM, and then it's like what you're doing, and then it goes from let me pull up.
So it's easy.
So it's really easy for that, but the question for me is, do you have anybody that can really take care of your soul or heart while you're that sexual is easy. I mean that's an easy playground. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's as easy as he makes it sound, but
I mean,
you got a nice little shape.
I am a nice looking guy, yes, but
right.
It's still
if you put on some jock straps or something.
Well, I understand where you're coming from as far as if you want it to have meaning, but if you really wanted to have somebody fuck you. You could definitely go on Twitter and DM somebody that's ready.
I only use Twitter to watch porn. I don't really post anything on Twitter or whatever. But I have done the online dating thing, and Jax is on my phone. But my dating or guys that I meet, my success rate on Jack is literally like 1%.
I think everybody's success rate on.
Well, I mean, even to just hook up, like I like to meet people in person. I like to have a little conversation before I engage in sex.
That's what I'm saying. He's basically saying is the same thing I'm saying to you.
I want to know your name. What's in right now is this thing, this anonymous sex thing, and I'm very new to it. I'm 36. I'll be 37 this year. But what I understand, moisturize. A lot of people are into this anonymous sex, and from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, you meet somebody on Jack, you leave your door unlocked, they come over to your house, you're already in a bent over position, come in and you do your due and you leave. That would never work for me. I need to know your name. I need to have some type of mental connection with you. And don't get me wrong, I have sex on the first night. I do. And I'm not going to lie and say that I don't. But I do, at the same time, have to sit on the couch and have at least some type of conversation with you. What's your name? Where you from? That type of thing. I'm just not out here just having sex with people that I don't know.
Okay. So when it comes to stress or hard times, how do you guys cope with those? We're going to take a turn. Cope with those times. Stress and hard times.
Stress and hard time. You want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I kick it with friends. Like, for instance, I just go to a bar with a friend, sit in the lounge, listen to music, lounge around. I'm very simple.
You can't be in the house.
I can be in the house, definitely, but like most of the time if I'm going through something, like I'm always in the house. So like I might as well just go out with a friend and be around people I want to be around,
Okay.
Sometimes I'm just in the house because I am a Cancer, and so like sometimes I just want to be secluded to myself and I just want to like not be around anybody and just chill in the crib.
Right.
I love me some Jesus. Even in my weakest hour, God is so amazing. Because some people praise God when everything is going great. And I have got to know him for real when I was going through my highest stress level and going through things. I think probably this year, February was very stressful for me. And I was going through a lot of transition and it was just a lot going on. I listened to a lot of gospel music, Christian music. I kind of read affirmations. I kind of read I read the Bible almost every day, but I kind of talk to him more.
So that's how you cope with rough times for you?
Yeah.
Stress.
Because that's the only way that it's going to bring.
It's the outlet.
That's my outlet.
I probably should have answered first. I mean, because what I'm about to say, and then he just sat up here and talked about Jesus.
Right.
My stress reliever is alcohol and sex or masturbation, self-pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm up to 7 times a day, now that, the pandemic and working from home. But
Masturbating 7 times a day?
yes.
You know why? I get addicted to masturbation, so I kind of got to calm down.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you get high, like you're almost there, you're like, no, let me find a better video.
Well, I haven't.
Going back. Yeah, so you keep
I haven't
going.
had that
sit there.
experience. I mean, usually I'm sore.
I have a
all the
hard
time,
time
let's just say
finding
that
good
way.
porn anyway, but 7 times a day is...
Well,
you can do it in the
so
morning,
I work
you
from
can do
home,
it-
so
yeah.
this is my schedule. Work from home, so before I start work, before lunch, after lunch, before a meeting, after a meeting, and then the
So
thing
you
is,
find times to get it in.
no, it's
Is it
it's
quick? So
before
you just
every-
do quick? Like, is it...
I mean, the 2-3 minute video on Twitter.
And that's it.
Twitter, I watch Twitter and so the whole, hour thing. Now, I will say this. Self-pleasuring myself 7 times a day is very easy, but self-pleasuring myself and then having to have sex with someone, that's when it becomes a nuisance. That's when it's hard for me to climax.
To buzz.
Yeah.
When you're self-pleasuring yourself while you're
When I'm-
having intercourse with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you jack off a lot, masturbate a lot,
You can say jack
it's
off.
kind of hard, but that's not for the viewers. That's
No,
not
that you can give that. That's what we do in this show.
it is kind of hard to have sex and kind of really, because you would just be fucking really majority of the time because you've been busting all day.
Right.
Me, and I notice when I masturbate a lot, it's hard for me to get pleased how I want to be pleased when having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got to be somebody like real nasty and know what they doing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd be like, oh,
Real
this shit
nasty.
horrible.
But I will say this: if I am having sex on the regular, then self-pleasuring myself is decreased. I'm not doing it 7 times a day. So
if y'all have
that's when I
sex
know I
once
need
or
to
twice
have
a
sex.
week.
I'm a once. I can go for one a day.
Right.
One a day, men's pill. Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you ever nutted
Every time. That's mandatory.
No, but like penetration or
That's mandatory. You mean when I'm having sex with somebody, do I ejaculate?
When somebody fucking you, do you?
That's mandatory. The only time that's not happening is when I'm 7 times a day. That's what I was saying. Like, that's the only time that the 7 times a day interrupt things. But if on the regular, yeah.
So you ever bust when somebody just doing it to you without touching yourself?
That's only happened like once or twice, and that has to be like in a relationship with somebody I'm deeply in love with.
because it's not coming out.
But I mean, and I don't want to get all scientific, but men, just like women have what's called a G spot. Men have what's called an A spot, and the A spot is your prostate, which is easily accessed through the anus, about 2 inches up. How do I know all this stuff? I don't know. But anyway, and your prostate is very sensitive. So if you hit it at a certain angle, then yes, you can have an orgasm without touching yourself. However, I've only been with 1 or 2 guys that have been able to do that. If that
The rest
answers
of
your
them-
question.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I have a couple, probably 3 scenarios that I'm gonna ask y'all, and y'all basically all have to give y'all's truthful, blunt, like y'all already been doing.
Oh, you
answer.
get in the real
So,
and the raw.
Yeah. I want that. So if you see someone you just had sex with and it's something y'all did consistently, one day you randomly go out and you see them kissing somebody else y'all just had sex maybe 2 days ago, how would you react?
Well, so usually, I'm sorry, am I supposed to go first?
It's
Who wants to
whoever.
go?
It's
Okay.
anybody.
Well, I am a very jealous person. I'm a Scorpio. But however, where I am in my life right now, I clearly communicate what my expectations are. And I am able to categorize niggas really quick. So if you're just a hookup, then you're just a hookup. If you're someone I'm getting to know, then you're in that category. It depends on the person who I see kissing someone. If it's just somebody that I know is a hookup, then I'm not offended at all. But if it's someone that I am getting to know and I'm spending time with you and we just spent the whole weekend together and I just happen to see you out and you kiss someone, then yeah, we have a problem.
I think
Houston.
I think it would still throw me off, even
That's
if we're fucking each other, but we're not going on dates and stuff, I think it still would throw me off because it's like, I don't think I want to be in somebody's rotation like that.
Exactly.
Like, that's a little bit too much for me.
Thing, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute. Just because someone's going on dates with several different people, or just because you see someone kissing, doesn't mean that they're having sex. I have tried dating one at a time, but I'm getting older now. I'm 36, and gays, we age in dog years. We compare ourselves to heterosexual men, but we cannot do that because heterosexual men, they can set time limits on what they want. You know, when they want to get married, they're the one proposing. Gay men, we sit around like waiting ducks to be chosen. So, unfortunately, but that's how it is. And
those that want a specific type of nigga, because there's many people that can get somebody that already came in their life, like people be saying Russells be coming into people's lives. Like, there's different niggas that are in our gay community that are Russells that have come into many of our lives that we didn't really fuck with on a heavy level. We turned them down. We could have been in them.
And that's because we live in a shallow type of...
It's shallow. There you go.
Shallow. A lot of people want... Plus, here, everybody want body. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that's not even cute to me. And I be like, how the hell all these niggas be on them? They just got body out this world. Can't dress. All they got is gym clothes all day.
Well,
So it's different stipulations.
Yeah.
with it.
And that's a whole nother conversation because, you know, so many people work on the outside, but they don't work on the inside. But, you know, that might be another topic for you. But to answer your question, which I forgot what the question was.
You did answer it, and you said that you wouldn't feel any type of emotion
I wouldn't feel
to
any
it
kind of
unless
way.
y'all are dating. I just had...
But I want to let you know that just because people are dating most people doesn't mean that they're having sex with all those people.
I'm going to tell you this.
Because I'm a
nigga,
serious
and I know
dater.
niggas.
Well, I'm a serious
And they
dater.
probably fucking somebody else.
Even if they are a person that's interested in you on that level would not disclose who they're having sex with. They can be honest and say, hey, I'm dating multiple people. When I meet someone and I'm having a conversation with them, whether we're dating multiple people or not, I let them know what my expectations are. I let them know what my goal is.
Right.
Because everything that I do at this point is very intentional. If we are dating, if I take you out on a date, it's not just because I just want to have sex with you. It's because I really want to get to know you and possibly move forward.
Right.
And if you're not ready for that, then that's okay. You can, express that. And then, again, like I told you earlier, is that I will recategorize you. I might still want to have sex with you because you're a nice-looking guy and you are my type physically and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I already know this is not the person I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
Like,
Kinda went
if
off
I
on the
saw
tangent.
somebody that I just had sex without kissing someone, I would have a problem with it because it's just like I don't just be out here having sex with people on willy-nilly.
Right.
I have slipped up and had sex with someone on the first date that I had no intent on seeing again. But it's just outside of those rare occasions, if I'm consistently having sex with you and I see you out kissing somebody, nah, that's the issue. We're gonna have a conversation, and then that's gonna be it.
So when you're talking to somebody, if you're just getting to know somebody, and y'all talking to each other, y'all shacking up, having sex, going on dates, sharing personal information with each other, how long do you continue that until you say enough is enough, or are we moving forward?
I don't know, because is it really a time frame? When you're dating someone, you know if you want to be with them or not from a couple of weeks. Like, of course you're going to find different things out as you're getting to know them, but after that, it's just like, whether or not you're going to want to pursue a relationship with them. It's not really a time frame. It's just more so it's like, okay, am I teetering the line of that I really like you? Am I teetering the line of that I really like you and I'm just, trying to see if there's something wrong with you? Or am I teetering the line of I kind of like you and I'm weeding out of that I just don't want to do this? And so it's just like I'm waiting and seeing what may pop up that I may not already know. And so it's not really a timeline for me. It's more of just when is it going to be something that I can get over and I want to get to know you more, or that, not get to know you more, but it's going to be something that I find out about you that makes me say, no, I don't want to do this, or is it going to be something that I find out and it's just like, okay, I can do this.
So you're like playing in the gray area. That's what it sounds like.
Playing in the gray area?
Yeah.
It's not the gray area at all. It's just if we're going to talk and get to know each other, I mean, that's what you're doing. If I find something that I don't like about you, or that's a red flag or it's a deal breaker, then at that point...
So you'll do that for 8 months?
No.
To a year?
No, that's a long time.
So that's what I'm saying. So there is actually a break. There's a point where it stops then.
Okay.
You're saying that it's not, but it is. Because you won't do it forever.
I wouldn't do it forever, correct. But it's just...
You're saying, so what is the time frame? Just so we can go, and then I got to ask you.
I don't know, like 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. That's cool. 6 months is a long time, but
I won't. It depends what playground we're in. You know, oftentimes, I mean, I'm 34 years old. We can have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you meet people, they tell you where they are. Some people say, you know, I just want to have a good time. I'm just having fun. I don't want to be in a relationship right now. So if that's the case, I'm okay with that. If I put myself in that position, if you told me the truth, I have to own up to that. Like, all right, cool. If I see you out with whoever, I mean, oftentimes because I'm out here actively dating, I see that all the time. You know, I go out, it be people, we'd have been on a date, we done kicked it. Not saying that I'm having sex with them, but some people, you know, we just went on a date, we was talking consistently, we did a lot of, you know, talking, FaceTime, they at work, we did all of that. Then I might go to 10th to Piedmont or traffic.
they're kissing and rubbing on somebody,
you know,
right?
not kiss, but twerking on somebody, talking to somebody. You could tell that the energy is with them. Sometimes guys that told me they were single, and we've been kicking it, and then I found out they got a whole dude, and they with their dude out. So, I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, it depends what playground we on. Like, if I already know what's up, I don't feel any type of way, because to me, not trying to feel like I'm bitter or broken, I feel like all these niggas is for everybody. So that's why I'm like Cash Down say. So I'm at the point right now where I'm not shocked by different behaviors.
So if that's for everybody, do you think you ever gonna get a nigga?
Am I going to get anyone
or a nigga that's not for nobody else but you?
I have got to the mindset that I don't know if men, heterosexual or gay men, can be monogamous and be totally faithful. Everybody cheat to some type of extent.
I disagree.
Not say I consider cheating as on Instagram, DMing, disappearing messages, saying doing tongue, doing eyes. I consider cheating. A lot of people, my friend got into it with me about this because he said, well, me and my boyfriend don't consider this cheating. I mean, and everybody's relationship is for them. Me, talking to another nigga, DM another nigga, liking a nigga extra pictures because he cute, doing all that's cheating to me.
DMing a nigga when you have a nigga is a little bit too far. I'm just going to say that.
But liking pictures is just...
No, I'm talking about like...
is not.
Sad, like da-da-da.
So, I mean, well, me personally, and I'm sorry to take the question a different direction, but I just want to address him for something because this is something that I hold dear to my heart. But first of all, I consider my definition of cheating is something that you would do behind my back that you would not do in front of me, because you know better. And no one, if we're dating, no one is going to know me better than you. You know what I'll tolerate and you know what I won't. Forget about who you've been with in the past. You know what I will tolerate and you know what I won't tolerate. So if you do something in front of me, if you do something behind my back and you know that you're being sneaky about, okay, then I will classify that.
Well, you know,
as cheating.
some niggas is savage and they might want you to see that they would fuck somebody.
Well, then that
else
would be the nigga for me. Well, I treat relationships like I treat business or work. You do things at work that, okay, that's a write-up. Okay, that's a verbal warning. Okay, that's ground for termination.
Okay, so you give. Oh, so it depends on what.
It depends on the offense.
Yes.
Because I mean, if that's the case, every foul that everybody makes, we'll be Xing niggas out our life left and right. But you know, if you slap my mama, okay, that might be grounds for termination. If you cheat on me, that might be grounds for termination.
See, that's what I was just saying. Everybody's level of grounds for termination is different. My thing is, a lot of people, they're just like, a lot of dudes have, to me, self-esteem issues. Like, you might date somebody that's very, very attractive, might be IG famous, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody like when they got 2,000-3,000 real likes, not the one people buy, but 3,000 likes, and you know they look like they pictures and all of this, and you might just be a regular dude, and your dude might really be into you when niggas see them out like, everybody has done it. It's like, damn, I can't believe you go here.
But I want to address something that you said prior,
Niggas,
because this is this is auntie. What I want to this is what I want to address earlier, because you said that, you know, all these niggas. I refuse to believe that, and I know you said, you gave the disclaimer. You said that you're not old or bitter and this and that, and I commend that, because I say the same thing. I give that same disclaimer. But I also know the type of guy that I am, and I refuse to believe that if I exist, that I'm the only one that exists.
But let me tell you
Does
something.
that make sense?
If you have watched us on live before,
believe me, hold on. How I understand the gay community. I have been a part of the gay community. I have been gay since I came out the womb. Okay? Right. I've never been with a woman. I am a gold star platinum gay.
Right.
Okay? So this is not new to me. I understand the gay community, and I have seen every facet of gays out here. But if I know that I exist, I want a genuine relationship that I do not cheat. I have cheated out of retaliation in the past. That's a whole nother conversation.
You're not going to the past, at least.
But where I am now in my life today, and I know, and I truly am come to a person whole, healthy, and I communicate what I want and what my expectations are, I refuse to believe that I'm the only person that exists. There has to be someone out there like-minded,
that makes sense.
just like me.
Right.
I may have not have found them yet, but to say
Just
that everybody is out here is for everybody and everybody out here is for the streets, I don't believe that.
Don't.
And I know a lot of people out there do believe that, but I refuse to believe that.
And I understand that you feel that way, and I appreciate that. But I am going to say these niggas out here is for everybody. So what I'm saying is, and I get it.
So if I sit up here and I tell you I'm not for everybody,
But okay, but I get what I'm saying is because I'm gonna be very honest. I'm not disrespecting nobody. Everybody could get on camera and say, "Oh, this I don't do this and that." But let's go through. Let me ask your exes. Let's bring them to the table. I'm the same guy. Like I'm a great ass man. Like I know for a fact. I was married before. I'm a great husband. I'm all of that. But and I'm not bitter. I'm not, this one. What I have because I'm no longer disappointed with men do. I had men I was with sleep with another dude. I was sleep in my house. I have men fuck my friends. I have men do all of that. And I'm still out here can love somebody freely without an issue. But I know I'm a great person. But what I have, because I don't have disappointment from dudes anymore. So if I go out and see a nigga do something, recently somebody boyfriend hit me, Xing me up, oh, you doing this and that? Oh, are you talking this part? I get calls from dudes who told me they was single all the time, boyfriends following me on IG, people hitting me up, and I don't even be disappointed. You know why? Because I expect that out of these behavior, but then I also have to check on me. What's in you that you're attracting these type of men? So I'm gonna bring it back on me, boo. And I get what you're saying. What's in me that you keep attracting somebody else, man? That you keep attracting these men that all cheat, but the common denominator is I like very attractive men. I like the one, and it's not like I go after the IG dudes and all that. It's just I like a dude with a fat ass. I like a dude with a nice body. And typically, it's like I'm one against 100 other dudes here. You know what I'm saying? We all with the same nigga. You get what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. And what he said earlier, I probably have, and I know I ran into a Russell Wilson before. I really, really have. And I tried to go back to him, but he ain't fucking with me. Okay. I tried to 100 times. And he see me out. He's not giving me a chance.
It sounds like you've answered a lot of your own questions.
Well, I already know me.
You've answered your own questions. You've listed everything that you like, a lot of physical, but sometimes you have to look, I don't have all those things, Fat ass, okay.
You got a nice butt outside.
Nice body. I don't go to the gym, and I just like to eat.
I don't. Now I just got to the gym. It's not about. To me. It's really not all about that. I said my sexual desire.
Right, but that's but that's the thing in our community is that's what everyone looks for. They look for all these physical.
Because
and that doesn't mean anything because you can get somebody with a nice body, and they're fucked up on the inside.
I mean, I run into a lot of them. That's why I said these niggas. I go through it all the time. I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying them all the dudes. I said that's what sometimes I go to. Like you don't have to have a 6-pack, 8-pack. I don't care about that. You can just be a slim nigga with a nice ass or whatever. I'm cool.
Or you don't like skinny. We know that.
Right. Or you can, him, big, football shape. That's, what I'm saying. So it's not an issue with none of that. But I get what you're saying. I also love people. I want to see your heart. I want to see how you are. What's going to attract me is how you look. But what's going to keep me, can I bring my children around you? Are you going to clown in front of my children? Can I bring you to a board meeting? Can I take you to the hood? Do you know how to rotate all the way around? You get what I'm saying? Or it's just different things.
And that makes sense. I mean, not to those levels, but when I look at a guy, like I said, I know guys that I would have sex with. I know guys that I would be in a relationship with. And just like you have that list, I have the list too. Is this a guy I can see myself actually being in a marriage with? Is this someone I can see myself raising kids with? Because those are things that I do want. I don't have kids, but I do want kids. So when I look at someone and I'm dating, I'm like, okay, you got, no offense, the tattoos on the neck, not you, but I'm just saying like the hood nigga on the street corner is slinging dope. It's not the nigga that I envision raising kids with.
No, you envision raising kids with a nigga that looks like he's slinging dope. Good job. And he working corporate.
She's hot. Everybody's sweating.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's sweating?
Am I sweating?
No, I'm not even sweating. I'm just making sure my agree.
Oh no, I am sweating.
You is sweating.
And I'm glad that you said to turn the air on. Give
it
me a
on.
Beyonce fan or something because
I was like, let me go ahead and get you.
Bringing it together, I think the moral of the conversation is you don't want to cloud yourself from seeking or being able to have a good guy due to the past people that you dealt with, or because of the fact that you think that all niggas is for everybody. Mm-hmm. Allow yourself to be able to see that there are men out here that will be great, that will be faithful, that will be consistent, that will love you the way that you will be able to love them. I
am a 3 dates, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. And what I mean by that, what I mean by the number 3 is 3 dates for sex. I mean, doesn't mean that I won't have sex with you before 3, but 3 at the end of the third date, draws need to be dropping. 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 months. I believe it takes at a certain age, at a particular age in life. When you are whole and you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, you should be able to come to a determination very quick. It don't take me 6 months to decide if that's the person that I want to move forward with. 3 months. I can see who you are in 3 months. I know your character in 3 months. And in 3 years, marriage. Or at least engagement.
Correct. I believe that too.
So you believe 3 dates, 3 months, and 3 years?
No. I believe in, I don't believe in, and I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. I'm not dating nobody 3 years and we're still a boyfriend and boyfriend. Period. That's just not me. I'm not, it's just like an investment to me. If you invest, you put money in the bank, when you go to the ATM, you expect to get a return out of it. People say, oh, marriage is just a title, it's just a business. Baby, we just seen so many people. I just had a situation with a lesbian couple, been together forever. They had a house and everything. Guess what? When that girl died, the mama made the other girl leave and everything. And she didn't have a say-so. So when I tell people it's much more than just a piece of paper. Yeah. When you're married, you can make some shit shake. This is what I want to happen. This is what I don't want to happen. Right. And me, I'm not being with somebody. You telling me we splitting bills. I'm putting up with different shit. We doing our list, and we just boyfriend and boyfriend for 6 or 7, 8 years. Yeah. And then you walk away from a situation, and all I got is we gonna split our furniture and walk out. Hell no. Like no, we're not doing that. Like you gonna have to give me a ring, a real commitment, all of that. I'm not dealing with, oh, I just think it's too soon. Engaged like to pull that. When we meet, everybody ready to fuck off the bat. You know what I'm saying? We can fuck all day long, but when it's time to put a commitment or a title on it, oh, I just think we need to take our time. What's the rush? Who said it was a rush? But it wasn't a rush to fuck, right? But it's a rush when it's time to put something on it. We done travel, we done kick it, we done did all this, but you don't want it. Yeah, so I just tell people.
And that was the question. Mm-hmm. Because when you're doing all that stuff, which a lot of times happens, which the we talk people, but like doing all these different shit, they be meeting people's family, going to cookouts, going to different trips, birthday trips, buying expensive shit, Chanel, all these luxury things. It'd be like a full-blown relationship without the title. And you'll continue to do it, but why would you continue if you're not going to move forward? This is what you really want. You're already in the committed space. The commitment is just not verbalized and it's not, there.
Right. I think that most people that we get in relationships with, they are not healed. And I think that's where we miss the mark a lot in our community. In the gay community, is being healed.
Can healing happen while you're in a relationship?
Yes.
If you're aware of the healing that needs to take place. You have to be aware of what you need to be able to heal. You have to be aware of yourself, be able to have someone help you heal or be in a relationship with someone who needs to heal.
And I also think I don't think it's just gay. I think it's the black community overall.
Yeah, I agree.
We was raised up in a culture where we pray everything away. You go to Jesus. We don't talk about therapy. We gonna pray it away. We ain't gonna talk about childhood trauma. My mama feel like she ain't do shit wrong.
Shut up, don't
Daddy,
cry.
Yeah, shut up. Daddy feel like you're not a man. Men don't cry. And mama's replacing. They're making a little boys be the man of the household at 9 and 10 years old. Baby, that's not your husband. That's a child. You get what I'm saying? So we in that type. But me, I'd rather you tell me as I'm dating a relationship with you. It's up to me. baby, I'm gonna work this out with you. No matter if you're struggling with depression, we're gonna go therapy, we're gonna get something, and I'm gonna ride this ride with you.
But with that being said, at what point does it become toxic for you? Because just because you're willing to do it, don't mean that it's healthy for you to do it.
Right.
Sometimes you have to know
it's
when
not
to
about
hold
toxic.
it,
If I
when to
love
fold.
you, it's the same thing. That's what people go wrong at with love. I only want to love you when it's beneficial for me. Or when we good, we kicking and we traveling, we having sex.
That's
but
not
what about
true.
when I'm depressed?
But,
so now
okay.
it's toxic for me because I want to help you get over your
So
depression.
I look at it like this. So I tell guys that I date, it's like we're on a bus. I am okay with letting you drive the bus. But what I'm not going to let you do, because I'm going to be a passenger, I'm not going to let you go careening off the road and you killing both of us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and I'm going to say, you know what? Let me drive until you get yourself together. And then when you get yourself together, then you can take the wheel again. If that's the dynamic of the relationship.
Or you can just drive forever.
Or I can drive forever. Because really I could. Do I want to? No. That's just the way that I'm wired. You know, like I'm just not that person. But I can handle things when my partner is down. You have to be willing to give that up too. The partner has to be willing to give that up. Because some people have challenged me and said, well, if you're really in a relationship and this and that, then you should be okay with even when your partner makes mistakes or is going down the wrong road or about to take the bus off the side of the road, then you should be down there to go. Why would I let my partner kill both of us? That's a part of being in a relationship and having a partner is when you can identify when it's not healthy for you.
You're trying to say it's two broken people trying to heal each other. But if you're a whole healed, a broken person can't bring you off the road.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't let them because I am.
So
but
the
that doesn't
person
mean
that
that
you
I can't
are,
be
it
in
would
a
be a
relationship.
compromise, and it would be basically a situation set up where you will be able to assist them in the areas that they fall short in. So wherever it
Exactly.
is that they are lacking mentally that you're up on, you can go ahead, like you said, therapy, or we can see how we can.
But the other person has to be willing to do that. I have been in relationships where
So
guys
you're saying
have
you're
been-
not willing to do that.
No, I'm saying that they may not be willing to
But
do
what
it.
about you?
I'm always willing to do whatever
Okay,
is
so
going
I
to
think that's
benefit
what
my
matters.
relationship.
I think that's what matters. Then, if you're willing to do that, fuck with anybody.
But
else.
if you're in a relationship with someone like me, whole, healed, and I'm in a relationship with someone who's broken, and we identify, okay, you're broken, and you need help in this area, but you're refusing to get that help, then what can I do?
No, then that's a different scenario. I think that he was speaking on somebody that's willing to go ahead. They weren't reluctant to do the job and do the work.
Well, yeah.
They were willing to do that.
If they're willing,
why
then
would we
they're
fuck
willing.
with somebody that can't?
We do every day.
I don't.
We
I don't
do
know
every
who
day.
he is.
We do every day. I've been a victim of it. I've done it in my 20s. I don't anymore, but I have.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, we have so many failed relationships out there. People are doing it.
The next scenario is a guy was dating this girl. They was doing all the relationship things, like I said, but never moved to the next step. He cut the girl off and ended up in a relationship the next week. What would go through your mind if that happened with you?
That he was entertaining both of us at the same time.
That's what would go through your mind? Well, I've actually lived that scenario.
Oh, you did?
8 years in a relationship, decided because I knew what I wanted for my future. Person maybe didn't want it with me. I don't know. When we decided to go separate ways, then within 6 months engaged to get married to someone else, in which they are married now. So yeah, I've lived that scenario.
How did you feel in that? That's a long ass time. That's fucked up.
I don't think it's fucked up because I think when again, I'm very big on healing. I'm very big on taking
you've
time
healed,
for you.
but in that moment, that's
Well, no,
that's
I
fucked up
have.
of that person
But what I'm
to
saying
do
is
some
the
shit
other
like
person hasn't. And that's what we need to look out for when we're dating other people.
right.
If someone was to come to me and say, oh, I just got an 8-year relationship and I want to be in a relationship with you, and not only be in a relationship with you, but I'm going to propose to you and we're going to get married. That's a big red flag to me. What healing have you done?
Right.
Who are you? Do you know who you are? You're not ready to be in a relationship with someone else. That's just how I look at it. But at the end of the day, we're grown and you can't tell people how to live their life. Those people that decide to do that, move on to new relationships without getting healing, I wish them the best.
Right.
That's how it makes me feel.
You don't feel like he's healed today, or you don't really know where he's at in his life?
Well, I can tell you where you're at, but
We both had the same look like.
I don't think anybody could be healed. I won't speak on that person specifically, but I don't think anybody can be healed if you have not taken the time to get healing.
Okay.
But in every situation when you end a relationship, yes, you need time to get reacclimated with yourself, but is there always healing that needs to be done from every relationship?
I think so. I think everybody needs to heal from a relationship, because we treat relationships, when relationships come to an end, it's just like a death of a family member.
Right.
You know, you have to move past it. You have to first process what happened. Where did I contribute to the demise? Where did the person contribute to the demise? Forgiving not just them, but also forgiving yourself, because there is some self-forgiveness that has to happen if you want to truly move on. And I think a lot of people have not mastered forgiving themselves. We blame ourselves for things, and it's okay. You can mess up. You can fuck up. You're 20. This is the time that you're supposed to be having mistakes in your life. But don't hold on to that. Forgive yourself and move forward. But at 30, if you're still making the same mistake that you did at 20, well, then now that's a whole nother conversation. Healing has to happen.
Do you feel like you're healing right now?
I think I'm healed.
Oh, you feel like you're...
I am healed, because you know why? After an 8-year relationship, I took 4 years in counting out for myself to realize what I just explained. Where did I contribute to the demise of my relationship? Where do I need to get to the next level? What do I need to do for myself to be prepared for the next person that comes in my life?
Okay.
And I've done that.
Right.
And now I'm ready, and that's why I'm out here dating, and that I can have full experiences with someone, because I'm not holding on to the baggage and the garbage from the last relationship.
Right.
I feel like every day I'm still learning more and more about myself, and things that, and also in the process of healing, you learn what you accept and what you're not going to accept as well.
Right.
And I'm learning more about that as I'm out here traversing the dating world and things. But yeah, I think I'm pretty healed, especially from my last relationship, definitely. But I think more so I'm on a self-discovery journey now, trying to get back to things that I used to like to do, or things that I stopped doing because of whatever reason.